Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys. Sporting my brand new model today. Pretty nice, huh? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, huh? Well, anyway, y'all, thank you so much for joining me today. We're on our third episode of our Homestuck reading. Very exciting. I've been looking forward to this. So we can get started. If you don't remember, today, or last time, what did we do last time? I think we mostly talked a lot with Dave and Rose. We were helping Rose get to her backyard mausoleum and get internet so we can help out John again. John lost his disc to play with Rose, so we've asked our buddy Dave to help us out with that. Yeah, and then here we see whoever's been talking to us has accidentally unpressed their caps lock. So let's see what that's all about, huh? Years in the future, but not really enough to write home about. An agitated finger slips mid-keystroke. Oh. Oh, that thing opened. Ah. This guy's cute. Human etiquette. That is a very large book. Oh, we're back to the game facts page. Alright, we continue. Before we start this, let me just make sure we're all good. I think we are all good. Okay. Alright. Here we have the game fact walkthrough for the Suburb Beta, written by Rose. The long and short, the medium too. I may have been a bit hasty in advising you not to bother with the prototyping process. If I had spared any detail, it was only to optimize your chances of survival. And if you find yourself begrudging the absence of certain instructions, which, if followed, would have resulted in your demise, then I guess that makes two of us. Otherwise, you're welcome. But the fact appears to be that prototyping the kernel sprite before making your getaway may offer the only opportunity to exercise control over your new environment, a place known as the medium. Also, if prototyped with one or two sufficiently, albeit loosely, humanoid and or sentient elements, living or otherwise, it offers the chance to have all this explained to you by an apparitional guide through whatever sort of cryptic, sketchy doublespeak your choice of prototyping elements endangered. In lieu of this, you may be forced to settle for my clear, thorough explanations and assiduous dissection of raw data. Again, don't mention it. If you have already made it to the medium with an unmolested vanilla sprite, well, I've already covered the bad news about this missed opportunity, and I will go into this further soon. Though to what extent this is actually bad news, I'm not sure. I only know the result of my co-player's current configuration, wherein the sprite was prototyped once before the departure and once after. Which brings us to the good news, which is that you can still prototype after your departure and salvage the massively rewarding experience of haggling with an exposition-slinging phantom guide. So as long as you avoid prototyping with terribly inert items, such as brass door knocker and your father's pornography collection. What a terrible thing to possibly put in your in your sprite. I don't even want to think about what might happen if you do that. Let's see. Actually, that might be interesting. If you're struck by the spirit of such experimentation, please don't hesitate to contact me about it, of course. She's just like me, for real, for real. So yes, you can enhance your sprite in this way, but doing so after your departure will no longer induce this effect on the medium I alluded to. That can only be accomplished with one or more pre-departure prototypings. In fact, we can extrapolate there are only so many ways to prototype a sprite. Tiers of prototyping in relation to departure. Both before, one after, both after, only one, either before or after, none. Those occurring will affect the medium through the kernel's hatching process, and your guide, i.e. the sprite. Those occurring after will only affect the sprite. Okay, interesting. The effects this process has on the medium, or more globally, the insiposphere, are still vague to me. They have to do with flavoring the forces you will struggle against, and generally, all forces at odds with each other in this realm. It has given me some insight into the nature of the game, which again, I derive through extrapolation. We appear to be engaging an instance of dimension with highly flexible set parameters and a series of objectives surrounding an equally flexible mythological framework. That was a lot of big words. I think basically what she's saying is that the universe that they're in is really extremely flexible, and like along with everything in it. This framework seems to begin as a sort of blank template and evolves with the player's actions and likely further evolves with the addition of more host-client connections, thus more prototyped kernels. Interesting. So it'll keep changing based on the different players that join. I regret to say that I can't be much more specific than that without loosely extrapolating further. There are plenty of questions that have occurred to me, however. Questions concerning the kernel sprite, which I've raised implicitly already, such as what is the effect of an unprototyped kernel in the medium, or a doubly prototyped kernel for that matter, and even more salient are the questions about this dimension itself. Do all players worldwide make it to this dimension if they successfully complete their departure? Or is a unique blank instance of the dimension created for each new player? I have no evidence, but instinct tells me it is closer to the latter situation. There's no indication of any other player's presence in this realm. Alterations in the realm seem regularly centered on the actions of my co-player and myself. If I had to stake anything on it, I would guess every separate client-server pair activates its own fresh copy of an insiposphere. She misspelled it there, right? It's insiposphere. Insiposphere. That is a tricky word. She wrote it insipsphere, which I'm pretty sure is wrong. Or a unique session, if you will. But the quantity of players is a further complication, which invites more questions. It seems the game was designed to suit two players most naturally, the server and the client. Through a mishap, my co-player and I have slipped out of the obvious tandem arrangement, and the only logical course of action to continue playing is to string a daisy chain of server-client connections together, until presumably the chain is complete. Theoretically, we could complete this chain with only one other player functioning as the server to my client and the client to my current co-player server, assuming he can recover. Strange thing is though, in our instance of this dimension, there are 4 receptacles for divided kernels, not 3. Does this mean we are destined to have a 4-player chain? How could the game know such a thing? Perhaps it does, and if this proves to be the case, I trust I will be sufficiently numb to the realization. Ooh, and then this part is crossed out. Let's read that, shall we? I can consider nothing about this game surprising at this point, and in fact, from the first moments of play, it managed to deviate so far from my expectations that I completely forgot what my original purpose with it was. I had chances to test some information I obtained on good authority during the prototyping phases, but it completely slipped my mind. Instead, the game's catacombs securing the dark, twisting paths to necromancy were blundered into rather an accident. But perhaps you don't need to know any of this. Rethink organization, lead may be waist deep in logarithmic sludge. Trim down. Blech. She's not finished with this yet. Geez, cut her some slack. Maybe you could go bug someone somewhere else for a while? At the very least, someone else. Okay. Months in the past, but not many. Ooh, snow. Snowy. Flathulu. Oh yeah, she mentioned that before. Aw, there she is. Look at her little fingies. Those are so cute. Show pest her log. Alright. Gigi. We haven't met Gigi yet. We've seen Gigi a couple times though. Happy birthday, Rose! Hello, and thanks. Did you get John's present yet? I just opened it this very moment. What a stunning coincidence you would ask about it now. I am stunned. Yeah, I know. What will you make with it? And who said it was something from which something else could be made? Well, John did tell me what it was, duh! Suppose I'll take a stab at learning the craft? It's the least I can do in response to the subtle dig concealed in his gesture. He often tells me I need a new hobby when I make something perfectly reasonable, analytical remarks. Oh, but Rose, I don't think he meant anything like that by it. You see, not everybody always means the opposite of what they say. You and Dave always do. I love that line, but you get it. Maybe. His birthday is in a few months, isn't it? Yep. I finally finished a present for him. I've been working on it for years. Years? It's so hard to tell when you're joking, or if you're even capable of it. I just mailed it too, so it is sure to get there on time. Mail takes a while to get anywhere from here. I'll probably craft something with strong sentimental value. That should burn him. I don't think you really mean that. I guess not. So, shall I expect a green package dropped to my house via airmail from whatever screwball cranny of the globe you're tucked into? No. Sorry, but you are sort of hard to shop for. Besides, I have something for you today that I think you'll like better than something in a box. Oh? It is a tip. This is already intriguing enough to compensate for the grave scarcity of lavish gifts parachuting from the sky. Please go on. Did you have a pet a long time ago that died? Yes. Okay, well how did you feel about your cat? Did you love him a lot? Okay, well, I didn't mention it was a cat or that it was a male. Let's pretend I'm surprised and you're embarrassed and move on. To answer your question, I would describe my feelings toward the animal as lukewarm. Okay. That's fine. It doesn't really matter, I think. Just, what if someone told you that you could play a game that would bring him back to life? If someone told me that, I would regard the remark with a great deal of skepticism. If that someone was you, on the other hand, then I would have to ask preemptively, is that someone you? Yes, that someone is me! I just thought you might find it interesting. So what is this game? Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying is all. I think you'll hear about it later, and maybe you can talk to John and Dave about it. They are way more into all that stuff than I am. I'll see what the word on the street is about it, in due time. For now, I should probably order a copy of Knitting for Assholes. It would be a shame if I ran late with John's present. Oh, back to Dave. Get katana. You capture your katana and prepare to venture out into the apartment to retrieve your bro's copy of the game. But first, maybe, just maybe, retrieve dead bird. This is an S page. I didn't even realize. Is my audio should be set up already. Oh wait, no, I need to switch it over. My setup is kind of jank because I am a scrub Mac user. Okay, should be good now. All right, let's go maybe right there. Turn off the BGM. Okay. Dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't last long in this heat anyway. You don't even know what's up with this sick heat. The sun threatens to set but won't step off. It's staring you down like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping on a groove it's tracing around the earth. While lingering in midair, its heat seems to suspend time itself, stretching it like a warped vinyl. It's meant to rain this season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle the sizzle a little bizzle, set the record straight on this global turn tizzle. So don't change the dizzle, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime brizzles, waiting on the pizzle. Okay. The dizzle and chisel. G's to the bizac, now ladies here we gizzo. Oh. English romantic poet John Keats, of course. Look at that dude. He yellow. Oh. Okay, let's keep going. Get the BGM back. Exit your living room and go in, or exit your room and go into the living room. Sorry, little dude, coming through. Gotta put you down for a bit. You figure you left him hanging long enough. hastily enter the room with wild abandon. You barge in and see a familiar face, a friendly face. You stand in the living room. Your bro spends most of his days in here. At night he crashes on the futon over there. You don't see him anywhere though. There's the puppet chest he stores a little Cal in when he takes him out on gigs. But when he's home he usually leaves Cal on display somewhere. And with good reason, because Cal is totally sweet. So sweet. Man. Pity the fool. It's your brother's Mr. T puppet, which of course is kept in the apartment with a sense of profound, humorous irony. But as usual with your bro's exploits, there is no ordinary irony, or anything close to a pedestrian Tier 1 ironic gesture, which is meager single step removed from sincerity. This is like 10 levels of irony removed from the original joke. It might have been funny like 8 years ago to joke about Mr. T and how he was sort of lame, but that was the very thing that made him awesome and badass, and that his awesomeness was also sort of the joke. But in this case, the joke is the joke, and that degree of irony itself is also the joke, and so on. Only highly adept satirical ninjas like you and your bro can appreciate stuff like this. It's cool taking stuff that other people think is funny but you know really isn't, and making it funny again by adding subtle strata of irony which are utterly undetectable to the untrained eye. Also, for good measure, Mr. T is wearing a leather thong and handcuffed to a pantsless Chuck Norris puppet. God, you hope you can be as good as your bro at this someday. You'd never tell him that, though. Off to a good start. Classic Dave, huh? Alright, let's continue. Dave, find little Cal and give fist bumps. Cal's nowhere in sight. All you see is a bunch of your bro's weird nude puppets strewn around haphazardly. You guess these things are kinda cool? Sort of. Dave, play a game on the Xbox. Looks like your bro was playing. It's not like him to leave in the middle of some totally intense gaming. Not like him to misplace Cal either. Man, you hope the little guy's alright. Looks like a pretty epic game. Oh, there you are, dude. Didn't see you there. We be chill today, Cal. Yeah, you better fucking believe we be chill. Cal's the man. Resist great urge to play bro's Xbox. You fail to resist the urge. You start thrashing up stunts something uncanny brutal on your quest for mad snacksio and get this way rude hunger under control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like shit wants nothing to do with that hook. The hook is dead to that shit. You get stuck in some poorly modeled 3D fixture or something, like a railing or piece of the wall, you'll have to reset. Fuck this shit. Dave, give a little Cal a bro fist bump. Bump. Aw man, you almost forgot. Gotta give the C-Man some props. Of course. He looks so tiny here. What a little dude. He's just a little guy. Check out your bro's sweet gear. Your bro has so much sweet gear, it's hard to keep up with it all sometimes. Here's his computer setup. He's usually got a lot of stuff cooking on here at any given moment. Since he's not around, you might as well sneak a peek. Dave, look at your brother's computer. Oh, there's inappropriate stuff here, isn't there? Oh my god, wait. Don't ban me. Don't ban me, YouTube. Your bro's computer is password protected, of course, to protect all the incredible top secret shit he's got on the burners. Of course you know what the password is, and he knows you know it, and you're both cool with that because the password is the most awesome thing it could be. You enter the password. On the desktop is a hodgepodge of unnamed folders to store all the stuff he's working on. No one can decipher his organization system but him. He also tends to use the application Complete Bullshit to keep up with the ludicrous amount of sites and news feeds he monitors to stay hip to the scene. I'm scared. I don't think there's anything like explicit, but open Complete Bullshit. Content aggregator. This is complete bullshit. Check if Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff has a sweet update. Your bro keeps up with your projects in his aggregator just like you keep up with his. He's tuned into your various blogs, and of course Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Navigate to the latest comic in one of the many bullshit feed bands. We already looked at this, so I'm not going to open it again. I'm afraid of what's on this next page, so one moment please. Dave, mouse over the orange stripe containing plush rump. I think I can show this. Why not, I guess. Another one of your bro's many ironic websites. The difference here is he rakes in thousands of dollars a month through this enterprise. Smuppets are $1 billion a year enterprise, and it's awfully hard to resist taking a firm squeeze. I'm not gonna read that. Wow, look at those comments there. Quite the website. Stop wasting time and look for Bros Beta. Guess you've messed around on his computer long enough. Better get a move on before it's too late for Rose. Or worse yet, your bro catches you. But oh my god, the rumps. They're transfixing. You know this is ironic and all, and your bro reaches echelons of irony you can only dream of daring to fathom. But on rare occasions when your guard is down, it all seems just a tad unsettling to you. Oh, he's looking. Oh. Oh. Hey. Hey there, Cal. Give little Cal a nervous fist bump. You're sort of starting to flip the fuck out. Without losing your cool, of course. Dave, pester John to ease your nerves, as homies do. You get Egbert on the line again to give him the lowdown on your progress. You feel it's important to keep the wires hot, but he's not answering. You wonder what that guy's up to. Hey, what is up? What happened with the monster that is totally definitely in your room? Did you kill it? Where are you, man? Anyway, these are cool here. Totally cool. Puppets are still awesome. No problems with them or anything. Like, just really, really awesome. It's like Rose is finally logged in again. Look at that. What is that? Like an iPhone 4 or something? Didn't John say her house was burning down? You wonder if she's on fire yet or what. Dave, pester Rose. Oh, there you are. John said your house is burning down. Are you on fire yet or what? I think, do we read this already? I think we did. Yeah, we did. We did read this. Okay. Seconds in the future, but not many. John, what are you doing? Snap out of it. We ought to discuss what your grandmother told you, don't you think? Fine. Enjoy your stupor. I'll go about my business elsewhere. Deploy the punch design X. John, whenever you read this, you should know that I put the shale you collected to use, and finally... Oh. I put the shale you collected to use, and finally deployed the punch design X. It is in your study. I can only drop it, though. You'll have to be the one to mess around with it and see what it does. When you're finished with your weird histronics... I've never seen that word before. Histrionics? Maybe you could give it a try. I'm updating my walkthrough and it would help to know what it does. Also, should probably warn you that your house and yard are also completely infested with monsters now. Try to be careful. So I can see. Stupid lousy imps, they're mucking up all my cool stuff. Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm not sure what came over me there. I was acting really crazy for some reason. My head feels like it's clearing up. I think I'm alright now. Rebuild the claw hammer and return it to Specibus. You're getting way better at this sort of thing. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. He's moving. John, confront Pogo Ride to prepare yourself for Nana. The Angie. Thank God your sanity is returned so you can entertain extremely rational, coherent thoughts like this one. Examine the Pogo Ride from the bathroom window. You do not like what you see. Another S page. Oh, this is supposed to be like a GIF, I guess. Those sons of bitches. No one risked painful injury on your green slime ghost pogo ride. No one but you! Ugh. Gotta stretch for a second before we move on. Okay, Rose, drop something heavy on one of those imps. Oh, they ran away. Oh, that poor piano. Rose, my piano! Sorry, no nuance to these controls at all. I was hoping to bludgeon the imp without letting go of it. Guess I can't really do that. A broken piano isn't the end of the world, though. I guess you're right. We'll need to pick up the spoils in person. I can't interact with the grist. So... that means I have to go out the back door? Yes. Is there a problem? Well, it may sound dumb, but I was hoping to avoid Nana and her spooky ghost cookies. You're right, that does sound dumb. Can you see her in the kitchen? Yeah. What's she doing? Is she baking? You could say that. Are you sure you can't get that grist up to me somehow? Maybe. Rose, use Pogo Ride to fling grist through the window. Doesn't look like that grist is going anywhere. You just never know with these gaming abstractions. Rose, drop Pogo Ride in John's bathroom. Nice. Get grist. There you go. Now why don't you go check out the Designix? You can do that while I get to work. On what? Or on what? Piano, level up for slaying the imp. Piano in his valiant effort has unfortunately been slain. But if it hadn't, it would have raked in so many boom dollars you have no idea. So many. Rose, it's time to build. We'll be building. Look at those stairs. Nana said to build, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Okay. But this is sure going to take a lot of grist. Looks like you're going to be busy, John. Blah! Well, what are you building? Stairs. They're fairly expensive, actually. Oh man, I could have warned you about stairs, Rose. I'll try recouping some of the grist from the catwalk I built earlier. It keeps happening! Ah, good. Looks like I can get a refund for earlier allocations. I told you, Rose! I told you about the stairs! Okay, consider me fully briefed on the matter of stairs. Now, if you don't mind, it's hard enough to concentrate on this without immersing ourselves in Strider's non sequitur. Did you know he thinks puppets are cool? Does he? He's so dumb! She's laughing, she gets it. Rose, use build grip to construct observation tower on roof. Okay, you obviously don't have enough grist for something that ambitious, but you can get started with something of a foundation for upward construction at least. John, check cabinets for imps or useful items. No imps in here, just a lot of shaving cream. Dads love shaving. It's basically all they do. When they're not baking, that is. I think your dad's just weird, John. John, bring 2 cans of shaving cream. You capture log 2 cans of shaving cream just in case. You never know when you'll need to bust out a hilarious shaving cream Santa beard to ratchet up your prankster's gambit. Your telescope goes flying out the window. Ride Pogo Ride. It's a little cramped in here for any sort of proper reckless pogoing. You'll just grab it and hang on to it until the right moment presents itself. There goes the towel. Towel floats back down to the rack. The circle of stupidity is complete. Rose, check up on Nana Quinn, see what's cooking. Oh, there she goes. Ooh, look at all those cookies. That's I want cookies now. Oh my god, I love cookies. Oh, he's trying to take the cookies. Eh. Ooh, annihilated, banished to the shadow realm. No cookies for you. John, make your way to the study. I love this stupid little angry face. Look at him. Looks like the imps have taken a shining to the Crookstritter. Crooksite and black goo. Everywhere. They really are everywhere. Look at that. Ride Slimer Pogo and one up that imp. Okay, well, okay. It's not a Slimer Pogo, but you mount it anyway and brandish your deadly armaments. John, ride your steed to victory. Ooh, look at him go! This is incredibly dangerous. John, flip the fuck out. Let's see how they like the old double barrel lather blaster. Whoops, oh shit. Oh, he's died. Look at him, he's died. Mr. John, respectfully ask that you please stand up. Don't move or the pogo gets it. Now, sir boy, flee from this boorish rabble post-haste. There he goes. Oh, yo! Nice abscond, dude. Oh. Nice. Refrigerator. Level. Oh, cookies. Level up for slaying the imp. Hi, Snapple that. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're a little bit far in now. Not too far, but couple hours. I don't know if you saw my last streams, but yeah, it hasn't been that long since I started this one. Refrigerator. Level up for slaying the imp. The refrigerator skyrockets up the echelon to a new rung. 5-star General Electric and earns 285 boon dollars. Things are really looking up for this feisty appliance. Well done, John. Polite congratulations. For some reason, you feel a sense of positive reinforcement. Wherever that feeling is coming from, it sure is a welcome change from your erratic moods earlier. Now, my civil fellow, I have a well-mannered query to ask. I blocked the entrance to the study to give you some space to work with the designics. John, imp's behind you. Should I take care of it? You trapped your PDA again, didn't you? Why did you have to pick up all that stupid shaving cream? So pointless. Rose, drop something heavy on one of those imps. Oh! She picked up the safe! Eh? Oh my god. Why would you do that? John, might I bother you for a can opener? Oblivious to the commotion behind you, you suddenly find yourself pondering the whereabouts of a can opener. You think there's probably one in your kitchen, but the path is blocked by your refrigerator. Unfortunate. John is completely unresponsive. What the hell is that nincompoop doing? Years in the future. Let's not get totally carried away here. A studious eye darts about a page like a honeybee gathering the nectar of wisdom. Let's click on this. Typical human. Please, thank you, you are welcome, good day, how do you do, splendid, and you? Gratification. Further courtesy. Favor is mutually curried. You guys can hear my Discord notifications, huh? Let me mute that. Daijobu. One moment. Sorry about this. Sumimasen. Okay, let's continue. Ripping out a page. Oh, he's eating it. Munch, 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 munch. Magu, magu. Elixir known as T, absurd vestigial fourth digit, is cantilevered. Everyone is polite. Munch, 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 munch. Alright, continuing. Back to the game facts page. Appendix 3, Screen Captures, Part 1. I can't take as many as I'd like for comprehensive documentation. For what it's worth, here's what I've managed to collect so far. More captures forthcoming. Oh, these are the pictures? I don't think we need to click on these. I think we've already seen all this stuff before. Rose. Construct loft above John's room. Oh. Interesting. She's pretty good at that. Building. Look at that. Very, very nice. Ladders seem to be a bit cheaper than stairs. Fellow John, it appears we have reached an impasse. Yes, it seems so. The opener dilemma remains unsettled, most Most unfortunately. It is unfortunate, I guess. What were we talking about again? And I guess a rose killed the imp for him, oh my god. But it has been a pleasure nonetheless. Thanks for the courtesy. It's not really necessary, but thanks anyway. Oh, but thank you. Oh, now John. Now Dave is bothering him. Oh, but thank you. Okay. Thank you so very, very much, dear favorable small primate. John is not listening. He does not give an F. Look at Rose. She's so tired of this. These idiot boys she has to deal with. I shall take my leave now, John. Until next time. Wait, where did all this sweet loot come from? And why is there suddenly a crumpled hat on your head? John, gather grist, examine design mix. Feeling especially economical with your behavior suddenly, you scoop up all the grist in the room and turn your attention to the punch Designix all in one fell swoop. The device features a countertop station with a keyboard setup, not unlike an old-fashioned computer. There's a blinking red light and a diagram etched into a panel. Okay, I got the cards, the Siladex cards. Punch. Put it in there. Alright, I guess we'll have to see. Rose, answer Dave. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass. What is the specific problem? The problem is I'm up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong. You know you like the mannequin dick. Accept it. I'm enrobed in chafing, wriggling, god-fucking damned puppet pelvis. An obscenely long... I can't say that word. I'm not gonna say that. Let's put this into perspective. You put up with the puppet... I don't want to say these words. Don't ban me, YouTube kun. Also, course is a good word. You don't seem to harbor any sympathy for the fact that I burrowed fuck deep in a lively, fluffy Muppet buttock. I'm whirling in the terrible cyclone at the epicenter of my own personal holocaust of twitching foam noses. It's like a fucking apocalypse of perky proboscis here, like the How do I read that? What? Proboscopolis. You get it. I guess. Are you going to start rapping about this? What? No. No, listen. Prong of flesh bereft of home, found solace twixt a cleft of foam. No. Oh, Jesus. Of apocalypse your thoughts eclipse, a painted pair of parted lips. That dare through kiss to stir the air, that teases tufts of orange hair. And through faces flush and lovers' fits, hands snug in plush, as gloves befit. Okay, Dickinson, if you can shut your perfumey trap for half a second, this is serious. I'm just saying, if I see one more soft bulbous bottom being like, kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, I'm gonna fly at the handle. I'm gonna do some sort of aerobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and win like a medal or some shit. Then let's hope there'll be squishy derriere somewhere below the handle to break your fall. What banter, man. Can you believe these guys talk to each other like this? John, observe back of the first visible captcha log card. You flip over the top card containing your pogo ride. Anytime you captcha log something, a new code appears on the back of the card. You always wondered what that code was for. Damn, these things are hard to read, but then you never really found any reason to decipher them. Until now, perhaps? John, examine reverse side of hammer card in Strife Specibus. Looks like cards from your Strife deck have codes too. John, enter capture code as seen on back of Pogo Ride card. You enter the code into the keyboard, at least you think that's what the code is. The red light switches off, a green light begins blinking. John, insert card. Alright, oh, punched holes in it. Type in. Oh, we put in the code for our hammer, okay. Punch the hammer card. In the interest of due diligence, you enter the other code and repeat the process with that card too. Both cards are now punched with different hole patterns. Attempt to retrieve Pogo from card. Oh, well that should just be a simple matter of... Uh-oh. Looks like it's trapped now. You can't see how you can access the item anymore, or store a new item there for that matter. These cards are pretty much useless now, and the items they contain are toast. Maybe all is not lost. Recalling from your experience with the pre-punched card, you may be able to use the cards to replicate the items in question. Assuming you got the codes right, that is. Mash keys heedlessly. Not quite through with your cowboy empiricism just yet, you mashed at the keyboard to generate a random code. You enter that. DSKJHSDK. The designer stops you after 8 characters, which appears to be the maximum length for a code. The green light goes on, signaling its readiness for a card. Figure you might as well burn the shaving cream, since the product is not exactly at a premium in your household. You also consider you might as well merge the 2 cans onto one card. You feel a little sad that your dad isn't around for this. You have a feeling he would get a real kick out of the idea of duplicating more shaving cream. You punch the card with the pattern that is no way related to the code for the item it contains. This should make for an interesting experiment. Mad science is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you just burned another card in the process. Your deck is really dwindling now. Maybe you should have thought of this through a little better. On the plus side, you just freed up your PDA, which is overflowing with the pent-up chatter of anxious peers. Oh, he's peeking! Oh! Look at him jump, that's so cute. What is that, a bathtub? Oh. Answer your chums. Puppets. Awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter. Turntech Godhead changed his mood to rancorous. John, I'm about to throw a bathtub through your wall. Watch out. Wow, that was so totally unnecessary. I made a shortcut upstairs. I thought it would be a good idea to get you up there and try the cards as soon as possible. Also, you weren't being terribly responsive. You mean these stairs? Man, look at these shitty stairs. They're so narrow, how am I supposed to climb these? They're perfectly navigable. I'm saving on grist for now. If you keep slaying foes, collecting grist, and expanding the cash limit, we may not need to be so economical with our resources in the future. So why didn't you just build a way up through that hole in my dad's room? Have you ever been in there? No. Exactly. Huh? I'd rather not get sidetracked. I'm more interested in further exploring the mechanics of the game than watching you discover what sort of outlandish harlequin decor your father keeps in his room. Oh, come on. What's the big deal? I'll just climb up and go right through. Will you? Yeah, why not? Are you saying you've never wondered what's in there, or why it's been kept a secret from you? Well, I mean, yeah. Then trust me, you won't be going right on through. Wait, are you saying there's something like troubling in there? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you see in there? I can't see in there. Oh, but I don't have a very good feeling about it. Whatever. I think I can handle a few more stupid clown paintings. Rose, move punch cards to John's room. Ooh, I wonder what Papa has in his room. How exciting. Before we move on, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. Please excuse me for just one moment. Okay, we're back. Thanks for waiting. Here you get. I'll let you guys experience the ASMR of me opening my beverage. Ready? 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 That might have been kind of loud. Sorry. Take a sip. Okay, let's continue. Rose, drag some Crookside towels up to John's room. Excuse me. Oh, she brought plenty. Cool. John, collect grist, examine safe. You swoop up the bountiful supply of grist generated by your coworker's recent exploits. From now on, it will probably go without saying that you'll nab any grist lying around without making a big fuss over it. You check out the busted safe, which has made a noble sacrifice in battle. Some of your father's odds and ends have spilled out, including some old newspaper clippings and 2 rather hefty tomes. It's a fair bet that some of these books comprise at least half the weight of the safe. John, examine Family Tome of Humor. It's another copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. This one looks really old, perhaps an original printing. Could it be the same one involved with your grandmother's unfortunate accident on that fateful day? Dad would never speak a word about it, but maybe Nana wouldn't be so tight-lipped? Give it a cursory perusal. It appears to be similar to your reprinting, listing all the japes and chicanery you've come to know and love. You capsulog it, thinking you may give it a closer look later. Examine contents of safe. Fatherly Gent's Shaving Almanac. Take a look at the other book. You're sure Dad thought this was a scintillating read. It looks pretty boring to you. Maybe you'll crack into it someday when you're old enough to shave. Everything in this safe was obviously very important to your father. You wonder why he kept it locked away from you. Some things about him you'll never understand. It seems he's been collecting scraps from the news over the years. These articles go back decades. Space rock knocks local burbs block off. Ooh. John, look at the piece of paper taped to the wall. Son, if you are reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift the safe. You are now a man. As such, you are entitled to what is inside. I know you will take this responsibility seriously. I am so proud of you. Oh. John's dad really loves him. That's so cute. John, turn the card over. 24913. You guess this is the combination to the safe. This is completely useless. Examine back of capsulog card on floor. Yes, these are all zeros, or are they capital O's? Zeros would probably make more sense for an empty card, you think. Capsulog the card. Oh. Enter code on back of card into Designix. Punch card. Wait, John, before you punch that. Oh, I was about to say. If you first took note of the code, then removed the card from the code, you could have punched the blank one. You would have only burned 1 card instead of 2. Oh, yeah, you're right. Damn it! John, throw hat down in disgust. Oh, he threw it out the hole. That's so funny. Capsulog, punched card, capsulog card. Ooh, we almost looked nice. Sweet catch. What? Take PDA. 2 card Silodex. Inventory of dumbasses. Level up. Pesky urchin. Colonel Sassacre, level up for slaying the imp. Colonel soars to new heights on the echelon, reaching the rung, one-man julep vacuum and pockets 9,550 boon dollars. Chump change for the genteel, aristocratic southern colonel. Bathtub, level up for slaying the imp. Bathtub surges heroically and surpasses the rung, Archimedes' aqueous cradle, proceeding directly to vaunted rung, Taft jammer. The tub makes off with a cool 490 boon dollars. The tub's basin capacity remains unaffected. Oh my god, everything's leveling up. The safe was slain in battle. A great flaming nautical pyre carries it off to Valhalla. John, make your way up those stairs. Post haste. You're not sure. They look pretty precarious to you, but you've been assured the stairs are perfectly navigable. Lad scramble. Oh no! Lousy goddamn stupid stairs! Oh, big boy. Oh god. Dave, ignore Lil Cal and find the beta. You wander over to the place where your bro keeps his sweet turntable gear. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel pangs of jealousy whenever you walk by it. Really cool jealousy, though. Like the kind where instead of getting all worked up about it, you actually don't give a shit. One of your brother's rad and extremely expensive ninja swords is missing, though. You know this drill all too well. Trouble's a brewin'. Dave, take expensive ninja sword. What sword? Dave, exit your bro's room. You approach the exit. There's something on the floor you haven't seen before. Looks like one of your bro's ironic comics he left for you to check out. Oh, there's our boy, Lil Cal. What have I done? Animal? Please start breathing. Oh god, please breathe. Ahaha, okay, make-believe time is over. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. What will Nanny do to me if she finds out? No one can ever know. I have to hide the body. Where? Think, imagination. Ah, the one time I really need you. Click. Hello, Ralph. I want to play a game. Ooh. Quite an excellent piece. I quite like that one. Rip. Oh. Why is that text purple? Okay, some of the stuff you know he's just leaving around to get under your skin. This is obviously another ploy in his relentless siege of one-upmanship to get your goat. Same goat you've been meaning to bleat like ironically, but that'll still have to wait for more appropriate time. You think he knows that deep down you feel like you're not ironic enough to get stuff like this, and this is probably some weird gauntlet he's throwing down to see if you will get it. But honestly, you think this material is just a little too ironic. You just don't need to see this shit right now. Dave, go into the kitchen. No sign of bro in here either. Well, aside from the absurd quantity of awesome, dangerous stuff he leaves laying around. Dave, transfer katana to Strife Specibus. With an escalating sense of threat, you think it's time you shift your katana to your Specibus. You figure it's better to free up the card anyway, since you might need to grab some of this stuff. Ooh, blade kind. One moment. Gomen Nasari. Okay. Never mind, we're good. You figure it's best to free up the card anyways, so you might need to grab some of this stuff. Dave, set blender to mix. His bro stuck some fake blood capsules in the puppet. Pretty gross. Spot one of your bro's many webcams nearby recording this incident. Seems you may have just been an unwitting accessory to some sort of grisly puppet snuff film. You're not totally sure how you feel about that. Freaky. Ooh. That was pretty epic. Dave, capture like Buster's sword from behind microwave. This might be the only thing in your whole apartment that's a bigger piece of shit than your own sword. You put it back behind the microwave where it belongs. Dave, set blender to crush ice. Just sort of bouncing around in there. You're making a bit of a mess now. Gross. Hide evidence in microwave. Uh-oh. See, like, his hobbies are cool and all, and you guess he's gotta put his shit somewhere. But what if he just wanted to heat up a burrito or something? This kitchen is pretty much useless. Yeah, that's a concern. Dave, grab those fireworks. Capsulog all the fireworks in the sink has to offer. You just know these are gonna come in handy. Why would they be in the sink if they weren't? Looks like one of them is still stuck in the garbage disposal. Capsulog shurikens. Grab the shurikens and hey, careful where you're putting stuff, especially if you're looking to turn your Silodex into a powder keg full of sharp things. Put the box of fireworks back into card 5 and prepare to start or card 3 apparently. That settles that, you guess. Take nunchaku. Take the nunchaku once again, grabbing without thinking ahead. Firstly, capsulog the box again, while adeptly avoiding the shuriken trap, which you yourself set only moments ago. Ooh, do dodge, let's freaking go! You again round up all the fireworks. Time to regroup here. Dave. Captcha each shuriken individually. This is single-player D&D? Kind of, actually. Not really. It's not, like, interactive. It's just, like, it's a webcomic. So you just read it, and it's in second person. You grab each shuriken one at a time, knocking out those nunchaku. But no worries, you've got a plan. Captcha nunchucks. Take the nunchucks. Everything seems to be in order now. It would have been badass to go with the authentic Japanese names for each weapon, but sometimes you just gotta compromise with this modus. Yeah, this is pretty complicated, so you might wanna, if you're interested, you probably wanna look at my first part for this comic. This is the 3rd episode. Dave, examine fetch modus. You flip over your fetch modus and check out the back. You're not really sure where it is you're keeping this thing. Oh well, who cares? Press eject button. How about we not do that? Oh, oh hell no. Not after all the trouble you went through to get that stuff situated. This is potentially a very dangerous button. Change to Scrabble points hash modus. Changing hash function will eject Sylladex, are you sure? First, you program your modus Scrabble points hash function, adding it to the list. Okay. This might be a cool function to use, but it looks like you'll just have to empty your Sylladex to select it. You're just not going to do that yet. No way. Check the box, detect collisions. Okay. Oh yeah, that's probably good, huh? Take the skateboard. What is this guy so happy about? What's he looking up there? I think that if you see one more soft bulbous bottom being like kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, you're gonna fly off the handle. True. Ooh. Rip. Take the skateboard. Actually, no you don't. The collision has been detected. You take the wheeled ride. Man, your inventory's getting lamer by the minute. Capture the unplugged power cord. Take the power cord. Wait, nope, not gonna work. Think of a new word for power cord. Take the battery pack. Damn it. Take the battery pack using the Y as a consonant. Your Sylladex reluctantly accepts. It's a tactic notoriously used by hash map news. You just don't care about that now. Besides, it's not like your bro is around to see. Oh. Who was that? Was that our bro? Look at that dainty little jump. What a nerd. Search for some mad snacks, you. Oh, it was just little Cal again. You can never stay mad at him. Anyway, you've got to get this way rude hunger under control. You figure you ought to scope the fridge for some grub. This hunger is so ill-mannered it would make a room full of snooty dowagers commit mass suicide. I'm so afraid I'm gonna like say one of these words and it's gonna be like super derogatory or something. It's so hard to tell with this comic because like the writer's absolutely the type to put something like that in here. Dave, open refrigerator. Oh god, more shitty swords. Of course you knew these were in here. You're not even sure why you looked. If you want to keep any food or beverages in this apartment, you pretty much got no choice but to hide stuff away in your closet. Ooh. That's rough. I'm so sorry, buddy. Dave, take swords. To hell with it. You try to take the entire jumble of unbelievably shitty swords and brace yourself for... Looks like that works well, actually. Capture the jumble of unbelievably shitty swords. Dave, use Ice Maker. It's still hot around here. You dispense several cherry bombs. Not even any ice in this house? Come on, man. That's rough. Wait, who's that looking at you in the reflection? Ugh. I love how the question mark is so tiny. Where'd the little dude scamper off to this time? Capture like cherry bombs. Go for the cherry bombs unsuccessfully. After mulling it over a bit, you take the red spherical salutes. He's pretty smart to be able to like calculate the words and like what each thing is gonna be before deciding on the name. Blender is a pretty simple word, and you can already tell that's not gonna work. You take the whirling blade pitcher. That's really a much better name for it anyway, you think. Activate garbage disposal. Oh, there goes the piece of dynamite. Stuff down Mr. Purple Guy. Funny. To the garbage disposal. Still not sure what he's so happy about or what he's looking at up there. While you're at it, you dump the contents of the blender. Oops, I mean whirling blade pitcher into the disposal. But you suffer an unfortunate garbage disposal head jam. You notice something in the reflection. Something above you. Oh, that puzzle piece there, you guys see that? Dave, look up. Hello, Dave. That's creepy, what the hell? It's the hatch to the crawl space above your apartment. Bro's always tucking away in there when he's busting out his rad stealth stunts. He's so slick that dangling cord could never even... Let me reread that. He's so slick that dangling cord never even jostles. You just know he's being ironic with these weird mind games. There's no way anyone could be serious about aping those shitty movies. Huh? Oh, the Saw movies? Is that what he's referencing? Use turntables and cinder blocks to make a fort. Look at all those hats. He's got a lot of different colors. Okay. It's a pretty sweet fort you just made, and you're pretty sure your brother would agree. Under different circumstances, you might be high-fiving it over it. You might be high-fiving it. Under different circumstances, you might be high-fiving over it right now. But rather get inside and take her for a spin, rather than get inside and take her for a spin, you really just need to use it to get up to that hatch. I hate how Dave's parts are just like incomprehensible. Dave, yank cord. Time to... Oh, I know what's gonna happen. Oh god. I don't know if I want to show this on screen. Hold on. I gotta turn it off for a second. Time to face your destiny. No going back now. Yeah, I don't know if I want to show that. I feel like YouTube is gonna look at it and be like, that doesn't look like something you can post. Oh god. It's not explicit, but it really looks like it. Poor Dave. There he goes. Yeah, there's pretty much no way there wasn't going to be a bunch of puppets in there. Okay, I think this is okay. All the puppets fell on him. That's pretty much all you need to know. We read this already. Read the note on the hatch. Bro, roof now. Bring Cal. Where doing it, man? Where making this happen? Dave, burst out of the puppet pile like the one. Hooah! Look at him go. Dave, be the other guy. You are now the other guy. John, take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. This is so much fun. A huge waste of time? Yes. But so much fun. Look at how happy he is. He's just a little guy. It's his birthday. Oh. Rose, why would you do that? No, our fort. No. John, carve a totem out of the punched pogo card. Put the punched card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the Crookside dowels. Bro. Bro, look at the title of the video, my man. Look at the title of the video. Yes, it is Homestuck. You put the punch card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the Crookside dowels. Yes, we are reading Homestuck. We're not too far into it yet. We're like very early on still. Repeat process with other cards and downs. The Wiggly Boys. Use the card containing the code for the hammer, as well as the one with the random code you punched, over the shaving cream card for the hell of it. You carve the respective totems for the cards. John, do the same thing with Capsulog to Capsulog card. Make a totem for the Capsulog card. Pretty bare bones looking totem if you ask you. Collect totems. You stow the totems in your Athenium. Produce Capsulog card. The Alchemitter requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale since it seems generally less useful than build grist as of now. You make a whole bunch of them. Well, we have a bunch of Capsulog cards now. Whoa, did you just make all these? Yes. Sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue wobbly vase-looking things? I brought the totems out to the Alchemitter to test them. I'm taking some things onto my own hands to save time. Okay. I love how John just replies to stuff with okay sometimes. You create a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. Make a pogo ride 2. -5 build, 1 shale. You'd use the totem carved with a random code. You create a rocket pack with some random crap stuck inside of it. Looks like a cinder block, a violin, and a flower pot. The items have rendered the device completely unoperable. You figure you might as well put this piece of junk to use. Collect cards. Using a little strategy, first you grab your Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney, and then the cards, and then your injected PDA, and then the book again to flush the cards into your deck. Nice going! Turn on Detect Collisions. You flip your fetch mode eye, but find no such option. This is idiotic. Read book. Be the wise guy. The last time I read the text on the page, but I'm not going to this time. So, for anyone who watches the VOD, you can take a screenshot or something. You never really understood what Cavaney's relation to Anderson was, or why he wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude towards your favorite magician and his anecdotes always struck you as a little weird, and to be honest, you tend not to read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagrams for all the cool tricks. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, the old hole in the ace trick. Interestingly enough, pertaining to punching holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff. Your hands are never really strong enough to make this one work all that well either. But actually, this gives you an idea. You overlap 2 of the punched cards. They mask each other's holes patterns. Put both cards in totem leaf. Carve another totem using the new combined hole pattern. Take it to the Alchemitter. Oh man, this looks like Rose made 1,000,000 hammers for some reason. Get all this shit out of the way. You're about to make something sweet. Ah. You got the pogo hammer. Let's go. Practice with new weapon. He's terrified. What did you do? I combined the cards in the lathe thingy and made this. It is so sweet. Man, look at me go. I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work. Thanks. I got the idea from Harry Anderson. Who? You know the show Night Court? No. Oh, well, bottom line is, he's awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter. John, attack the nearest imp to test Pogo Hammer's strength. You get a vicious rhythmic bouncing combo going and easily slay the imp in one below. You and the Pogo Rider catapulted sky high in the process. Uh-oh. Woo! Ah. Sweet catch. Ooh, that was close, yeah. Oh, he's passed out. Uh-oh. There's the big guy. Oh, there's another one. Hey, that was a pretty, nice, sweet catch. Save. Oh, yeah, that. This is pretty comfy. Why don't you just, like, carry the bed around with me on it, up to the gate up there? I can't interact with you directly or anything that you are touching if it will result in moving you. See? Oh, lame. The game probably regards that as a kind of cheating, in a way, thieving you of your free will as an adventurer and the need to advance by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator. Well, okay. All that scurrying around for a bit kind of wore me out. I think I'm gonna rest here for a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay, like drop some stuff on them if they sneak too close? No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself. What? Come on! I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he's any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try, in case he doesn't come through. Oh, alright. I'm just gonna rest my eyes here a second, though. Okay, we have another S page. We turn on the volume. John, sleep. Ooh, he's snoozing. Alright, let's continue. Rose, check alchemy excursus. Looks like a sort of index documenting all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations. But ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating the other ways this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of anything that would be worth sending to him. Rose, Capsulog Suburb Server CD. Eject the disk and capsulog the server CD. Message John the captcha code. Oh, it doesn't have a code. Oh, god damn it. Uh-oh. Oh no! Generator! Face bomb combo! Another S page. John, wake up. That little head shake was so cute. Oh my god. Alright. I wonder who that was. Oops, that's a little too loud. That should be okay for now. Hey! Whoa, there you are. How is your adventure going, John? It's okay. I'm making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she's helping me now. That's good! Oh, but, like, I don't think I'm actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is, it must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it'll all turn out for the best if you stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice. Yeah, you're probably right. But, I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? Oh, I don't know. Did you? I don't know. Maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that was it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. Like, they're always trying to convince me of some spooky powers, but I'm always like, no, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. That's mischievous laugh. She totally has secret powers. But when I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things. Like, maybe you know more about a thing than you were telling me? I don't know. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John, I forgot I was messaging about that meteor that fell by my house. Oh yeah, whatever happens with that? Oh boy, well, turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. See, I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know, tell me about it. Maybe you should like wear an alarm clock or something. So what was the deal with the meteor? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now. And I know everything is going to be okay. So what is it? Or is this just another thing you're waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you all this stuff. But I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kinda literally. Ah, stop being so confusing. Lol. Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company. Ooh. Quickly grab the pogo hammer. Uh-oh. You stick the pogo hammer back in your striped specialist and get ready to kill some more of these pesky little... Huh? What's that? Uh-oh. Oh god. He's hiding with the little guy. That's so cute. Sensible therapist ceased pestering ectobiologist. Rose, why are you dropping something on that thing? Oh no. John, be the imp. You be the imp and scon the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do when things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. John, prepare for a boss battle. You stop being the imp because that was stupid and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remembered was on the roof. There's some things in here that would be good to stock up on for a major battle. It looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. You are being ambushed. There isn't much room to maneuver on the sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. John, ascend to the highest point of the house. You go up here. John, look down. You peek over the edge. Oh. It already seems like a long way down to your yard, not even to speak of whatever's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps get to be making off with all your sweet gear? Let me have another sip real quick. Okay, John, turn around. Crude ogre. You are confronted with a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now, and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in our attention. It's go time. It's time to do this thing. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Oh, this is a link, I think. Oh, this is what it's referencing. Okay, let's take a look, shall we? Bro did. You get the new hot game that everyone's buzzing about these days. Dude, you know I did. You know it. That is so sweet, bro. That is so sweet, man. How about a bro hug bump? How do we do this? Let's do this thing. Let's make this shit work. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. That's sweet. Dave, stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy. Not even sure what that meant anyway. Another S page. Okay. Dave, ascend to the highest point of the building. Oh, psych. Oh, wait. Double psych out combo. Ah, we're back to this guy now. How exciting. You are now the Wayward Vagabond. WV, retreat. Got him already? Examine rotten pumpkin. What pumpkin? Check little red bar. It appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some kind of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it's relatively low in fuel, but who knows how long it's been running here. You do not care about this sort of nonsense, and you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. Capsulog can of gravy. Capsulog? You have no idea what that means. It's total nonsense, and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. Pick up the can of gravy. Just pick it up. You just pick it up. You're now holding the can of gravy. Use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. Look at that nibble. Your teeth are useless for the task. They are blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. Attempt to open can with your weak, pathetic digits. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, and your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you just don't have enough muscle for the task. Take the can labeled beans. Okay, you take that too. Examine can of custard. The can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you are perfectly well aware. It is sort of cumbersome holding all these cans at once. You doubt you can hold any more of this, maybe one or two. You need to find something to put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. Examine marking on wrist. Drop all the cans, take a look at your wrist. It is a sort of specialized barcode pattern. This brings back unpleasant memories, and you would prefer not to dwell on it. Examine the small potted plant. What plant? Check book on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of this book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it was before. You're somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained by these pages. However, the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You have learned so much. Sustenance, intermediary, consumption. This is the key. Clear out all cans inside the purple machine. Empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Such a bountiful plenty, and yet the delights taunt you from within their small metal prisons. Cheese, huh? Canned cheese? I know there's like easy cheese, but in like a can, like a proper can. As well as ham and mayo. Canned mayo. Search room for can opener. You've already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. Locate a nearby sharp object. You wield your trusty knife. It's actually you're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swing flappy doodads. Either for letting you know that there's mail in the box, or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know, really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useless for opening cans. What's worse, spray cheese or canned cheese? Probably canned cheese. That sounds absolutely disgusting. I've never had spray cheese though, but my mom said it tastes exactly how you think it does. I kind of want to try it someday though. Be the imp. This means nothing to you. You are not an imp, you have no idea what an imp is, and you will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself a little for even considering it. Become the mayor of Cantown. As the glorious leader and founder of Cantown, you erect a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, befittingly capped off with a tome of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important-looking mayoral sash made out of old cables to complete your look of authority. A number of rather civic-minded citizen cans gather in front of the building to offer adulation to the fair and magnanimous leader. All is well. You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes, or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors, and the concept of an orderly civil democracy. It all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor, and everyone loves who is totally amazing, heroic, and brave. Imagine Cantown is just Canada. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings, and you think kings are really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants that are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings? Wow. He's got quite the political views, doesn't he? Explore west of Canton. Over here's the other side of the room. There's another one of those purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered around on the floor. Use glowing green rock to open cans. Pick up the nugget of uranium and... Oh, that was stupid. Why would you do that? Uh-oh. He ate it. Wonder what it tastes like. Examine box of crayons. It's chalk, numbnuts. Inside the box, there are 12 pieces of chalk in every color of the 10 pieces of chalk, in most colors of the rainbow. You are excited by this. He ate the chalk, huh? I guess he's hungry. I don't blame him. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. Examine contents of yellow container. The container is full of motor oil. This does not seem useful for you right now. Rescue that poor lightning bug. There's nothing you can do for this new little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing the firefly would likely cause it harm. Nevertheless, bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of... democracy. Use the chalk to draw some roads. Ah! You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares to your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor's keen instincts for city planning. You even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk, because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason. Yeah, because he ate the green chalk, oh my god. Lay a chalk foundation for Cantown's civic growth. You develop westward, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranged in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. Color the residential zones with your piece of white chalk, but for some reason none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for the commercial zones. Perhaps there's an alternative. Use your own pee for the commercial zones. You cannot urinate because you have anything to drink in quite some time. You're very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment. He just like eating green. He just like me, for real, for real. I don't eat chalk or anything. Use motor oil to designate commercial zones. You fill each empty square with a bit of motor oil to complete the zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up-and-coming young man trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You're very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person. Nice, nice. Peel label from a can of mayo and affix to sash. Oh, you wrote the R on it. How cute. Now he's officially the mayor. Survey surroundings in search of more terrain for city. Seems you have run out of territory for your western expansion. There's still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home. Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. Decided that, very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet, which orbits a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the western wall. Orbiting much further from your city are 4 planets. None of these have satellites, you've decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think. Oh, look at those funky looking planets. That is an enormous volcano. And on the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable wall of darkness, occupying the furthest orbit yet, there's an ominous planet. A moon circles this one, too. Check that rampaging boy on screen. Oh yeah, it's that guy. You'd almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. Seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help, and you've concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being. Turn on the other 3 screens. You have no idea how to turn these on. I like how it's a Mac keyboard. There's no mouse for this weird quadra-monitored computer. It can only be operated through text commands from its keyboard. Perhaps there's a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor? WV. Press tab. Nothing happened? Oh! It opened! And there's tab inside! I've never had tab. Is that still a thing? I know it's a real thing, right? Is it real? I'm pretty sure it is. I've never had it. Consume several cans. You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary. You wonder how much sugar can fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect. It's real? Yeah, most things in Homestuck are real, actually. Most, like, products. I'm pretty sure nearly all of them might be real. Welcome the rest into the city. The tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of can content, and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They're just cans, after all. Never heard of tab? I'm pretty sure it's real. Let's Google it, shall we? Tab soda. Yeah, it's real, see? Is it still around? Oh, it was discontinued in 2020. Oh my god. A little too late to try tab. Oh, there was different flavors. Interesting. Okay. We learned about tab today. Hit escape. Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to minimize the action window thingy and reveals a history of all the commands you've entered. Oh yeah, huh? You can see where you turned off the caps log. Use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time. Ah, you scroll all the way up to your first command. It looks like there are some more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands on this thing before you? There aren't many more. At the top of this list appears to be the very first command. Home, view, switch, escape, lock room 3 with the password, view, reboot. Type switch 2. You activate screen 2. The signal is garbled and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help. No one is around and nothing's happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on the monitor. Switch 3. Oh, there's Dave. It's another one of these rapscallions. The monitor is locked too. You can't tell him what to do. Not that you really want to, since it just looks like more confusing nonsense to you. Consider switching to screen 4, but decide against it. You have the feeling that whatever's there just confused you even more, and you don't really care all that much anyway. Type home. All 4 screens activate. Together they display a countdown, starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Reboot. You can't! Nothing's working anymore. The timer seems to disable the keyboard. Uh-oh. Be the mayor. Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carapaced fist. Which is to say firm, yet polished, and supple as the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you wait for that clock to count down. Create employment opportunities for the citizen cans. You temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the can power available to create a vigilant town militia. Assign them into 2 groups, marking them with distinct teams and ranks using the piece of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them in a phalanx across the countryside, preparing for a stiff training regimen. When you are through with them, your forces will be a well-oiled machine. Chalk another one up to bold leadership. Got another S page. Let's turn that up. Lead your men to victory. You waste more than 4 hours on this tomfoolery. Is this a good strat, Nimbus? Is he doing good? Oh. Having some more tab, okay. Checkmate. Uh-oh. Oh. That was kind of violent. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to click on that. Mourn the loss of Citizen tab. I don't know anything about chess. I know like the really basic facts and like what all the pieces do and stuff, but I don't know anything else about it. I don't like playing chess. Your caffeinated jittering might have agitated all the little bubbles curiously hidden in the liquid. Sorry, I'm gonna turn my BGM back on. Creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You're starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it would be best not to be near it when this happens. Minutes in the future? Though perhaps not as few as implied by circumstance. Ooh. A peregrine mendicant trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestially ominous. Let's take a look. Ooh, she looks like the other one. Ah. Go outside and get some sun. You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to greener pastures. By which, of course, you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon nothing green has grown in years. Door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead. Uh-oh. LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface. Curiously prod the funny-looking spirograph. It appears the funny-looking spirograph room is locked. The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the surrounding ball seems to stay put. Select the triangle-y fractal. Triangle-y fractal room does not appear to be locked. The floor turns 120 degrees and the door opens. Go through the door just to find another room. It's the same size as the other one you just wasted all that time in, while the clock was ticking down on something which may or may not be your doom. Maybe there's something in here that will help you escape. Against the wall, there's another perplexing contraption. Oh, that is a perplexing contraption. Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel, which catches your eye. It has 2 large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable with the dials to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default, perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it looks like there's a meter stick propped up there for some reason. Attach your trusty knife to the meter stick. You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first. Obviously. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you had remembered to bring your trusty knife. You feel so insecure without your trusty knife. It makes you want to slit your wrist. Oh my god. Or at the very least, flog your carapace with some sort of measuring apparatus. Look at the other wall. Examine the perplexing contraption across the room. You of course have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod it with your handy ruler. You're quite sure this is what science is all about. Yeah, this comic can get a little rude sometimes, but I promise it's still good. Press the triangle pattern. You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls that gizmo, and you push the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. You purify a pumpkin. Examine pumpkin. Seems this mysterious gourd was transported, purified from a specific time and location somewhere on this planet you're on. You wonder if the machine, a purifier, will take any object that exists at whatever time and location you supply. There's a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be relevant in any way. Devour pumpkin. Consider dining on the ripe flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the purifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless. Inspect the green buttons. You first examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for the one on the left is the house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The one on the right, on closer inspection, appears to be the map for this underground facility with an X marking its center. Press green button on right. Push the button. All the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with the local date and time. If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings. Fiddle with the dials. One way to find out would be to attempt to purify something from this facility. It should be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you've already traversed in whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to the basic unit of human measurement. You will go with that. Purify your trusty knife. You nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You purify your trusty knife. Purify can town. You nudge the numbers a bit more and purify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You are to believe that time is at a premium, after all. De-purify the pumpkin. Does this machine look like a de-purifier to you? Honestly, the idea that a purifier could both purify and de-purify things is so laughably ridiculous you wish someone would de-purify your brain and re-purify it with a brain that is more smart and less dumb. Use trusty knife to carve spook schema into a pumpkin. What the hell are you talking about? That idea makes no sense at all and is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gourd next time. Instead, you just carve up the top, exposing a decadent cache of gorgeous seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turns out to be too gross for us to watch. Move spirograph switch. You cannot move it. It has a spirograph-shaped indentation and will probably require a special kind of key to turn it. Interesting. Purify firefly out of the amber. Oh. It worked! You release your blinky new friend. You will give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. Adjust time dial to purify rotten pumpkin. You and Serenity consider new ways to waste more time with the purifier. You are assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you are not really even sure that fireflies can't even be girls. You target the extremely tasty rotten pumpkin that was sitting in the other room hours ago. Seems the purifier cannot purify something if it will create a time paradox. The gelatinous ghost pumpkin purifies and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. Purify the grate over the entrance to the facility. Oh, she's speaking to us in Morse code. Dot, dash, dot, dot, what is that? Dot, dash. Dot, dot. I almost know Morse code, but I don't know what that says. Let's look it up, shall we? I'm gonna do it in a different tab, though, because I don't want to expose myself. Okay, let's see. What is that? So dot dash dot dot. Eh. Eh. Nani? Hold on. I wish I knew Morse code. That'd be so cool. I tried learning it, but I don't remember a lot of it. Okay, it's dot dash dot 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 dash dot 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 dash dash dot dash dash dash. Oh, my keyboard auto-corrected it. Hold up. It says, let's go. That's easy. I should have been able to read that. Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in an ambush, it was witnessed to all your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room. It knows the timer's about to expire. It's time to get the show on the road and escape. Reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units. Ooh, hasten to the exit, post-haste. You gotta pack up all the cans. 30 seconds. Hurry up. Okay. Is this really necessary? This is incredibly silly. Ah, almost there. Oh. Uh-oh. He fell. Oh no. Psych? Oh wait. Unpsych. You attempt the rare. Oh, there's another. Wait, there's another S page. You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5x cliffhanger combo and fail. We are doing it, man. We are making this happen. Ascend. That was pretty freaking epic. God, the music in this is so good. End of Act 2. Ooh, I want to keep going, but I wonder if we should stop here. I think we can keep going a little bit. This is going to be a little bit of a longer stream. End of Act 2. Dear John. You are no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the Mangrit needed to lift the book itself as a sign of your maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassaker's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I'm afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some, though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. It is your journey I am writing about to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world. And once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve even deeper into a realm of warring royalty and a timeless expanse. A realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites, of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens. A realm where four will gather, the heir of breath and seer of light, the knight of time and witch of space, and together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. With love, Nana. Aw, how cute. Is Dad dead? I don't think so. He was really holding his own against those guys back there. Ah. Ooh, I wonder if we should stop for today. I guess we can just continue tomorrow. I think this is probably actually a good stopping point. Alright. That will be it for today then. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Got through a good chunk of it. I always enjoy reading Homestuck. This is fun. I can't wait to see what we'll get up to next. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again. Yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. I hope you guys like my new model. I'll see you guys next time.